All right, what's up, everybody? I'm at the retention pond again. I got the swim jig and the jerk bait this time, so I switched things up a bit. I'm gonna start with the swim jig and see if we can hook into another monster. Hopefully, you can I can catch more than one fish. I had fun last time, so that's why I'm out here again. Maybe trying to find a suitable spot. Maybe about here. So I got this swim jig, but this time I got like a Strike King like head. I think it's actually used for saltwater fishing. I have the Rage Bait swim body, but I'm gonna try this out, see if I can get something going and get something going out here. None of my setups are weedless though. This place is not that weedy. Came in over on this side. I didn't make an intro video this time because I'm not really, I just don't feel like filming an intro. So maybe next video I'll film an intro. It has been quite cold here. Like, we've had a few like cold snaps. This day's a little bit better, less windy, so I feel like the conditions are a little better, but we'll see. We will see. We will see. And since I know we're not to cast, so I'll be able to avoid that. Casting in the wrong spot, I'll be able to avoid that. So yeah, this looks like a good presentation for a fish. Ooh, let me turn my brakes on. That scared me. Thought I was going backlash. And all I'm doing is I'm putting like a little pop in the rod. A little pop on the swim jig. I'm gonna turn my brakes up a little bit. Reel it in with the pop. That usually works for me. I caught the last bass when I was twitching it on the pop. Yeah. Let's keep moving though. So I've tried fishing around here, like over at this point, but giving it a couple pops here and there. Now I'm doing a yo-yo motion. Now steady retrieve. I'll do a steady retrieve. Just a steady retrieve. Now I'm gonna let it drop on the bottom. So you sit there, let it drop, and you'll do like a yo-yo method. You just pull it up like that. That's slow. Slow. Just like that. Slow. That's slow. This water is a little stained. I'm gonna switch to something a little bit better. So since it is a little windy and the water is not like as clear, get something that get in there that can rattle. So we got the jerk bait. It's always a good one to have. Old jerk bait. Let's see. Old jerk bait. And with the jerk bait, you just make it twitch. You make those little twitching motions. This is a cheap one. Yeah. The old jerk bait. But you know, as you can see, it collects grass. That old jerk bait. Jerk bait. You know, I'm just putting a pop here and there, and you just reel it back in. The jerk bait, it's a shallow water bait, so it doesn't dive or anything. You just keep jerking it. It makes like a little rattle. Another fall time bait to use. That good old jerk bait. Good old jerk bait. But right now it's evening. The sun, it should be on, you know, going down, so that's why I made my way out here for the most part. There we go. I think the swim jig's a really good bait for when the water's a little clear. This water's definitely murky, and I think that rattle is going to help the fish find the bait as it goes by. This is what the jerk bait looks like. This thing right here. Well, this is the first trip of 2026. It's going to be a good year, hopefully, for me. I'm going to be working hard for like my personal goals or whatnot. The City of Sanford truck. All right, next location. Last time I was out here, I never catch them on this bank. I have before, but yes, yesterday when I was out here, ain't catch nothing until I got all the way over there. That's when I hooked into something. I hope the fish bite a little bit better than that. There you go. Cast it off to the side. I'm gonna try to fish this a little slower. Just a little slower. So if you don't reel it in, it's going to sit up and float. And now you can just give it just one pop. Fish it slow. Pop. With a pop. With a pop. With a pop. With a pop. I was just fishing it slow. Okay. See, this is what you get stuck on. This thing right here. This thing right there. That's what you get stuck on out here. I don't know what this is. Those little nets. That net. Let me walk over this. There's another one here. There's another one up there. There we go. There's grass. Grass. The grass grows where the sunlight penetrates the water. That's where the grass grows. Yes, sir. Ooh, that didn't feel right to me. Like, I felt like that was gonna come off. Where them bass at? Oh, I was gonna say, that don't feel like a bass. Where them bass at? I wonder when the sun go down, will I get attacked by mosquitoes? That's why I'm thinking that's what's going to happen. That's usually the story in Florida. You just get attacked by all sorts of bugs and you might die, you know, because the bugs are they're just vicious. The bugs out here they're built different. The mosquitoes are the size of pterodactyls. Where's the big one at? Will a crappie hit it? I don't know. Could be. Something gotta hit it. If that don't do it, I don't know what will, man. Something gotta hit it. See, this is where I broke off last time, so now I know not to cast there. And we can avoid the hubbub. Look at that. I can avoid the hubbub, as they would say, the hubbub. All right, I'm in the strike zone. I could see something happening here. The strike zone. Okay. See where them weeds are? That grass growing up? I've caught fish right there too. But the only bad part is if you cast your lure over there, it might get stuck. So we definitely don't want to do that. So you just got to be careful where you're casting at. Try to get good accurate casts. But sometimes the grass feel like a fish, but nope, no sir. I might use this to catch redfish, this lure. Ooh, I see that bird diving. That's a good sign. Definitely a good sign. That's a good sign, bro. So right about here, this is where you want to be. It's right about here. That's where you want to be, right there. Okay. So when I was first starting bass fishing, I was always taught when you hook into a bass, you keep the rod tip down to keep the bass from jumping. And this is something I've always did. It's helped me land more bass. I'm just giving that tip out. It's just a good tip to know. You know, I'll be about to hook my own self out here. Also, another tip for bass fishing, your presentation, it has to look natural. If it don't look like something that the fish would eat, they ain't gonna hit it. So always get the weeds off your lures, make sure they're tied right, make sure the lure's on there correctly. It has to look natural. All right, now we're in the danger zone, as they would say, the danger zone. This is the danger zone right here, where when you throw your lure out, it's gonna get stuck, and it's always behind those little manholes or whatever, them drainage holes. That's where they be at. I know that thing done took probably quite a few lures. Been swallowed up by it. Ooh, I don't know what that was. Fish. But right about here, that's where I know they at. That's where I know. But we just walk across. Yeah, these retention ponds are always filled with like trash. Not filled with trash, but like you can see where trash has been thrown into them. Just trash right there. I'm big on not littering. These look like some baits. Yeah. This is why you can't have nothing nice, because you know people, they don't pick up after themselves. I don't think this is the spot either. I just keep walking. Alright, I'm gonna switch to the old swim jig. The jerkbait can only be fished in like a couple of ways. The swim jig is just versatile. It is has just way more uses. That's why it's always good to have them. Old swim jig with the exposed hook, and you can cast them really far. You can just reel that back in slow. Put a twitch in the rod, a pop, you know, just make it go faster. There's just multiple ways to do it. Let me see. I think you can make this weedless too. I just have it. No, I don't think you can make this weedless. Nah. Yeah, you can't make this one weedless. But there is weedless swim jigs. It's not this one. As soon as the bass hit it, you reel in the slack and you do your hook set. It's a really good feeling when it happens. You just, there's like a rush that comes. I can't really explain it. It's probably the reason why we all fish. And if you don't fish, you need to start fishing. You need to get up on out there, get up off the couch. All right, I'm getting sun in my eyes, so this ain't gonna be the area. Yeah, this one ain't gonna be the area. But we gonna keep moving. We gonna keep moving. Damn sun in my eyes. Trying to keep moving. Okay, I got something in my crock. That ain't a good feeling. And you just keep going. If you guys watch this, tell me where you guys fish at, like what state or country. I just want to know. I want to connect with anglers around the world. There we go. Good Lord, that was a terrible cast. I don't even know if I can recover from that. I don't even know if I can recover from that. That was the worst cast. You know, sometimes you have some bad ones. Sometimes you have some good ones. Someone's gonna hate me when I hook into a toad. When I hook into a tank. You always have those people, man, I caught a big fish, but it like broke off. You know, now I got the camera, I can be like, yeah, you know, I caught a big fish. It's not a fisherman's tale. I got the footage. A lot of people, they don't believe you when you say you caught some big fish. That's why you gotta, that's why you gotta film stuff. I don't make no money off YouTube. I just do this because, I don't know, it just gives me something to do. I enjoy it. Beautiful cast. I'm just at a slow, steady squeeze. Retrieve right there. Slow and steady. Recently there was a brown bear hunt. So the brown bear hunt was in Florida. I think they killed like 50 bears in Central Florida. They said the population is too big or something. I'm just like, dudes out here trying to kill bears and whatnot. I just thought that was interesting. I'm not a big like hunter. I've been like a few times, but like I'm not too big into hunting. I'm not saying there's nothing like wrong with it, it's just I don't hunt that much. More of a fisherman. More of a fisher. Call me the Grand Fisher. All right. All right, we'll switch to something different in a minute as I keep going. There we go. All right. Alright, so I have been using the swim jig. I'm gonna try something different. There you go. Put the swim jig down. And we'll switch to the jerk bait. Pretty minimalistic when I go bank fishing. I don't be bringing a lot of stuff, just a few things now. I used to bring a lot, like a whole case, a backpack. I just bring 2 rods and that's it. There's 2 rods. And that's it. You can't look that way, that sun ain't good for your eyes. Stained water. This chartreuse joint should hook into something with the chartreuse. I ain't gonna look at that sun. Nothing. I'm gonna fish off this point. With the swim jig. Yeah, what the hell is this? It's a dead bird. Something done ate him. Be careful out here. I wonder if a bird of prey took him out or something. How he was, man. They looked like they was feasting. They were feasting on an old boy. They're having a feast. Now I cast this weight. I feel like fish are around this point, so I'm gonna throw the swim jig out there, because that one it get a little further out there than them other ones, so that's what we gonna do. Fishing it on the bottom. I can hear people. Sound like they're having a good time. Wait. Maybe in between here. In between here might be the location. That was not a fish. Remember, hook sets are free. I always preach that. If you feel a thump, reel it in and hook set. I think we're using the right lures, just gotta locate them for the most part. You're trying to locate. I'm gonna explore the other side. Get up in here. Okay, right around here. Feels like a dog. But sorry about the dogs. You know, dogs are out here. Switch to the old swim jig. Switch to the old swim jig. It's the old swim jig here. Switch to the old jerk bait. See if I can hook into something. I think it's definitely the area. How stained this water is. I almost caught a bird. I can see it happening. Let's see. Boom. Let that sit. Drag over here. I got 2 retention ponds for the price of 1. For the price of 2. Hey guys, so in Florida there's this weird thing. You go on Facebook Marketplace and you know people are selling fishing spots. What do you guys think about that? I think that's like kind of weird. Preferably me, I'm not selling you my fishing spots. You gonna blow the spot up. Come on now, who does that? See, it ain't worth for me. I don't need the money. I'm not selling no fishing spots. People are always got to hustle in Florida. Said fishing spots. Just be a guide. I feel like you're right there. You're right there. Either right there or this way. I can't really see that dang sun, man. Yeah, I really can't see him. There's like this white stuff under there. Sounds like a gunshot. Fireworks or a gunshot? Who knows? Who knows? Let's not fall in the water. Whoa, see, bank fishing is dangerous to me, man. You can fall in the water, an alligator eats you, and that's it. Your fishing days are over. That's a L. Perfect. Fuck. All right, right here, this point, it juts out, so I definitely think you got a good chance of hooking into something over here. What the hell was that? That probably was like a turtle or something, I don't know. A lot of strange creatures out here. You just gotta be careful. Strange critters. The only thing bad is I'm kind of like up, and since I'm up, I can it might be harder for me to land the fish. Probably was a turtle. All right, I'm gonna try the old swim jig. Swim jig-a-roni. It's been a while. The old swim jig, I tell you. I tell you. Slowly retrieve. Nothing. Good grind. Yeah, if you just since it's like easily man, I'm scared. I don't wanna walk through this grass. Because I don't know what's over here. And now my lure's stuck. I'm probably gonna have to get it. Nice, it came off. Let's check the line. Line's good. Good to go. Alright, let's stop playing, guys. We're running out of time. And nothing, not even a single bite. I might have to do some finesse fishing. I really don't like finesse fishing though. I like power fishing, using them baits that move. I'm gonna change up my speed. This is the area where I hooked into that big bass before. Here we go. Hooked into something. There we go. What? This dinky bass. Dinky. This thing is dinky. Look at catching. I'm just catching dinks, bro. Dinky bass. That little thing. that little dinky bass. Little dinkster.